Shalom, Kol Halal, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. The 144,000 and the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth among the heathen that look like those heathen, the Israelite foreigners. And to the few Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you, I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago, coming at you another lesson in truth. It's going to be on various topics, and the main topic being the ramping up of World War III, which actually began with the 9/11 staged event and then the never finding the weapons of mass destruction, which is what opened the door to get over into that area. Used a false flag event to get over there, and you bring that up to now, and this is the end result of all that. And yesterday, I think it was yesterday. Let me click to another. You had I think 2 million people had gathered in Yemen to go against Israel. All right. Houthis to join Hamas in Gaza. Yemeni group trains 20,000 troops to fight against Israel. So this thing is definitely going forward. Plus, you also have the Israeli government in court, behind the what South Africa has the Israeli government in court for crimes against humanity. All right, so that thing is going, that's pretty nasty thing going back and forth. But the Houthis are they're not Hamas. They're a lot bigger and they're better funded. And then the next layer of that would be Hezbollah. And Hezbollah is about to join this thing too, which brings to mind Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, because of these crimes against humanity. Benjamin Netanyahu, not a JOO, has brought the matter of fact, let me see if I can grab that. Then I'm gonna switch it up after that. And we're gonna go into this decay in America. Get a couple scriptures, all right, because there's so many things going on simultaneously. But that's the Second Ezra 15. And I start at verse 28. Acts 27. Now are the plagues, second Ezra 15 and 27. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For God shall not deliver you, because you have sinned against him. Behold, a horrible vision and an appearance thereof from the east. Now this is prophecy. All right, what you looking at on the screen, this is prophecy. All right, Yemen in solidarity. You see the bottom there. Yemen in solidarity with Houthis and Hamas. All right, this is all prophecy. That horrible vision from the east. Okay, but it says where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. All right, because the Israelis made, Benjamin Netanyahu, not a JOO, will get on TV and look like he's calm, cool, and collected, but they're worried. All right. And it says, also the Carmenians raging in wrath shall go forth as wild boars of the wood. And a boar is a very dangerous animal when you hunt it. All right. Many people die hunting boars. Boars are very dangerous. If you remember the show, what was the show? The Game of Thrones. Robert Baratheon died hunting a boar. Okay. He killed the boar, but the boar killed him too. All right. And it says, and with great power shall they come and join the battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. All right. So there's a big battle that's going to go on in that area, you know, in Western Asia there. All right. Which they fraudulently and falsely call the Middle East. Okay. And it says, then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remember their nature, and they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. So it's already written that the dragons of Arabia are going to get the upper hand in this war. As you see all these nations aligning themselves against the Israelis and America. See, you know, because why? Well, they can't keep it home. They always, you know, they've colonized and set up their military barracks and their units in these other countries to keep these other countries under control and to keep the American dollar, you know, the reserve currency of the earth, and that has failed. All right, as the earth is going digital, the nations grew tired, and now they're all saying, "I have you become as weak as we." That's where we are with this. All right, but before we go further, I want to click on a couple videos here, just to show some of the decay that's happening in America. You know, meanwhile in America, all right, you know, America is putting themselves in a position to spend, you know, $461 billion, all right, a year in, you know, taking care of the migrants, but leaving their own, you know, their own homeless and their homeless veterans, especially, on the streets. And it's really a bad look. All right. You had a second state. You had a second state. I think New Hampshire, that, you know, that moved to put in legislation to stop the planes from flying the chemtrails over their population, because I mean, at this point it's beyond evident that these chemtrails are making people sick. All right. You know, all the dogs had issues, and these dogs had no contact with one another. You know, things that you know, all the dogs were getting sick throughout like 8 states. All had the same issues, and it was coming from what they were spraying in the sky. So it was giving people headaches, colds, nausea. You know, the stuffy, the stuffiness, the sore throats, the flu-like symptoms, and you know, but they didn't have the C word. All right, it's from what they're spraying. Okay, let's provide a little bit of evidence. I'm trying to find this video because they're all, you know, they're all Instagram videos. But here we go.
But does anyone else think this is weird? So New Hampshire, very safe by the way, live free or die, just created a new bill that bans bees. They're actually the second state to do it, with Texas banning them as well. The bill also bans
these. He showed. Hold on. When they said these, he showed all the stuff in the sky that they spray. Matter of fact, let me see if I can take it back.
Cloud seeding and
I can't.
weather modification and excessive emissions of electromagnetic radio frequency and microwave radiation. No reasons this isn't sitting right with me. Why was it ever legal to do that? And also, what prompted this bill? Because I'm only a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, but this bill also doesn't come up very easily on any search engines. Even when I filter for time, and it was passed only a couple days ago. Does anyone else think this is weird?
So let's play it again. All right. Let me go back out and do it again. All right. Because that's heavy. Because now you got 2 states that has banned it. Okay, 2 of them. I think this was the right one. They're not labeled. I don't know until I open them. Yep, this is it. So here we go.
This is weird. So New Hampshire, very safe by the way, live free or die, just created a new bill that bans bees. They're actually the second state to do it, with Texas banning them as well. The bill also bans solar radiation modification, geoengineering, cloud seeding and weather modification, and excessive emissions of electromagnetic radio radio frequency and microwave radiation. One of the reasons this isn't sitting right with me. Why was it ever legal to do that? And also, what prompted this bill? 'Cause I'm only a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, but this bill also doesn't come up very easily on any search engines, even when I filter for time, and it was passed only a couple days ago. Does anyone else think this is weird?
Yeah, it's very weird. It's wrong, and especially with that whole thing blocking out the sun, which people get their vitamin D. They're literally trying, which is for your immune system, especially for people of color. All right, you know, it's these people are anti-life, and which is another reason why the Lord is visiting this place. All right, let me see if I can find this other one with this homeless guy and all these rats that were. I thought they were eating them, but it looks like they were sleeping with them. It's crazy. You know, meanwhile, because there are millions of abandoned warehouses and buildings that they could actually put the homeless in, and also the migrants. But they're putting migrants up in places. Now they're kicking kids out of school and putting the migrants in the schools. And it's just this place. The management in America, well, you can see why the world is turning against them. They do everything ass backwards. They don't do, they really do. Let me see if I can find this, because that video, that freaked me out when I saw that all those rats run from under that blanket with that homeless guy. First you saw one, and you could tell it's a homeless person under the mat. I mean under under the blanket. I'm thinking, well, damn, is he dead? And the thing's starting to eat on him. But no. But then the people walk up. Oh, this is the one. The woman finds a mouse in her cup. Well, since I have it, I'll go ahead and play it.
Find out I have a mouse in the bottom of my cup.
Let's see if we could. Just trying to get some light on that because you couldn't see it. All right, let me see that. Let me try this. Okay, let's try this. But as you can see right there, she drank her cup all the way down, and when she got to the bottom, there's a mouse in it, a dead mouse with some poop. All right. So it's like, did he, it's just crazy.
Go and drink a McDonald's coffee this morning, just to go finish the rest of it, to find out I have a mouse in the bottom of my cup.
See, now that's the state of America, man. And that's sick. I might have gone to jail because that's one of the only thing that I won't even do that because I don't really mess with McDonald's. The most that I would get from McDonald's is a cup of coffee. I'll go get a cup of decaf or something like that, or I might buy a pastry. I might buy a cookie, but on a cheat day or something. But I don't really eat McDonald's at all. Haven't in 20 something years. I wasn't eating it even before I came into this truth. I wasn't really messing with McDonald's like that. But it's just going to show you the state of America where that can happen. Where you can go get your food, go get a cup of coffee, and there's a damn mouse in the bottom of your cup. Only in America, boy. I tell you. I'm trying to find this video though. I thought I sent it, but it's really creepy to see how many mice. There it is. All right. First you saw one. When he wakes up, look at that. You see that? That shit was crazy. But that's America for you. I had to share that. The Spirit was like, nah, you need to share this. Because when you got people sleeping on the street with rats to keep warm, all right? But then you're bringing in, damn it, you're bringing in millions of people. It's probably a couple million people at this point. And then you're spending the taxpayers' money to support and take care of it, which is creating nothing but a horrible, horrible, chaotic future, okay? Events, because The Americans are starting to resent them. All right, especially the Northern Kingdom. The Northern Kingdom, especially Northern Kingdom that's been here. You know, they've caused lots of hell trying. You know, and being that this is their land anyway. All right, the Northern Kingdom. This they're at home. But for you to, you know, when you got people struggling and trying to get they coming from Mexico, trying to become legal citizens and all the stuff that they have to go through, and all the ridicule and hate and that they catch, you know, and then all of a sudden you just let a bunch of people just walk right in and, you know, stay in nice hotels and get phones and get cards with money and benefits, and now they got free healthcare and all that, you know, all this other stuff. You're breeding discontent. But they want that order abkeo, that was it Hegelian dialect, you know? They create the situation, then they observe it, and then they come in with the cure from the problem that they caused in the first place. All right? And all roads lead to the micro C hip. All right? It all leads, because when this chaos comes and the dollar is dead, which is also going to bring on chaos. This year, 2024, is going to be something else, and this could very well be, you know, the year that Jacob's trouble goes full blown, because it sure does look like it. All right, more so than before, than the times before. It could have kicked off years ago, but now, wow, I don't see us any way out of it. There's too many prophecies coming to pass, especially that second Ezra 15th with the dragons of Arabia all coming together, the Carmenians. And it said the least of the flock, the imposter, the fake Jews, you know, the least of the flock shall draw them out, and they have drawn them out. All right? Matter of fact, let's get that, and then we're going to read a couple scriptures and get ready to wrap this up. That's like Jeremiah 49, 40, 47, 49. Let's see. Actually, that's not the one I was calling for, but I'll read it anyway. It still fits. This is Jeremiah 49:7. Concerning Edom, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? It sure seems so, because they can't run a country. It's clear. It's clear that America and the world needs new management. These people that are in control are failing miserably, and the people are suffering, and the people are in misery. All right? And they're being made bare. And another thing that all these things are amping up, they need eyes off that Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell situation. Ghislaine Maxwell. They need eyes off that list, especially when all these people in the Pentagon and in the White House and all these celebrities, these A-list celebrities, scientists and doctors, and all these, they need people to not be focusing on that and see that. You remember what happened last time, all right? They released the the plague, all right? And now that everybody's on to that, they're a little bit slow to pull the trigger on that one again. But these other things are ramping up, and it's like they're doing things that they know people are going to respond to and retaliate to. They need eyes off that list. All right, that's the whole Cat Williams thing's a big major distraction. They need eyes in the minds of the people off that list, because it just goes to show you that these people who sit in government, the government is crooked, the justice system is crooked. They're all wicked. All right, but let's go to Habakkuk. All right. Habakkuk 2, start at verse 6. And it reads, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, saying, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? and to him that laideth up himself with thick clay. That's that debt in America. And everyone is calling them on their colonialism and all that they stole, all that they raped, robbed, and murdered and stole. And now people are calling them on it. You got nations that are even demanding their artifacts and their things back from the British Crown. Okay? It says, shall they not suddenly rise up? No, Salakia. Shall they not rise up suddenly and shall bite thee and awake that vex thee? All right? And thou shalt be as booties unto them. See? Now they're going to run your pockets. Okay? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. So the hand of the wicked, meaning the laborers, all right, the anger, the nations, the other people, they're all going to come against they're doing it. You're seeing it. You're literally seeing it. All right? Because of men's blood and for violence of the land and of the city and all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth with the evil covenants to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. All right? And so these men was a wicked covenants, and he coveted and took, stole, raped, robbed, and murdered, whitewashed, lied about history, lied about who he is, changed the names, removed landmarks, split continents in 2 and 3 pieces. He split Asia into 3 pieces. You got Asia, the Middle East, and Europe, which is all Asia, one continent. You splitting it all up to fit your lies. No more lies, man. You've been exposed. All right. How the things of Esau searched out through the scriptures, through the men of the Lord, man. It's all coming out. This is and now it's time for you to fall, and you're falling. And it's a beautiful thing to see. In the midst of our suffering, we find joy in watching you go down and be put on blast. 2 Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, when thou seest part of the signs which I have told thee before. Then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people, all right? Uproars of the people. Look at this. All right? 2 million people gathered in the capital against Israeli bombardment of Gaza. All right? It says, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For it's like all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. All right? Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powers and works and ending effects and signs. All right? Endings and effects and signs. And all the end day signs are upon us. All right? And quite frankly, I'm happy about it. Because this ain't living. All right? Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Nabashai Bahasham Rakah Kwadash. Kwam Yasharala Shalom.